Before any of this continue, before I even start or anything, I just want to say that if I sound different right now, it's because I'm coming out of a cold, so my nasal is like all up there, so I'm not trying to like hype myself up, even though I can just a little bit, but I'm not trying to do all that extra stuff. So if I sound weird and whatnot, I do apologize in advance. Yo, welcome back, y'all. Before I start this week's video, I want to tell you guys that your boy is a pacifist. Am I even saying it correctly? Pacifist? Pasta? Nah, that's way too long. Basically, your boy's not a fighter, so he is a pacifist, whatever. Pass that coleslaw over here so your boy can enjoy this feast type of person. You feel me? I'm not about this violence thing. I'd rather solve everything calmly, without getting into, a fist fight and whatnot. So, in any case, this story time is about when I joined a damn fight club. This all happened 7th grade around springtime, and I don't know what was the prior events that led up to this fight club, but the only guess I can make is that these quote-unquote cool kids wanted to show who was like the strongest of them all, whatnot. So they ended up making a whole fight club in the gym locker room. So for the next 3 months and a half, all the cool kids started fighting each other, and we were doing body shot style and not full-on fist fight because of 2 reasons. One, the timing was not in our favor. We had at least 7 to 9 minutes to change and quickly go back into the gym. Number 2, we had a male gym teacher, meaning that he would be outside the locker rooms waiting for us, or he would even barge in if he heard too much commotion. So luckily we were smart enough to have somebody wait at the door, have the door open just a little bit to see if the gym teacher was gonna come in or not. Even though I'm a pacifist, this fight club actually helped us. If people had beef, they would go to the fight club. If people wanted left off seat, people would go to the fight club. Even though, people might say, oh, fighting and whatnot is not good, blah, blah, blah. We had this under control. It was in a controlled environment. If the fight got out of hand, we will step in and break it off and end that fight. Boom. Or if for any reason the 2 fighters accidentally or purposely hit the other player on the face or in the genital areas, that person had a free shot to hit him right back full on force. So no matter what, it was still controlled. We was having quote unquote fun, but we were also, letting out all our beef and whatnot what we had with each other out in the open in this controlled environment. So on the final weeks of fight clubs, since summer was around the corner and school was about to end, all the cool kids were getting tired of fighting each other and they wanted new blood. So they came up with the best idea ever. Baby, I'm talking about Nerd Week. That's right, I'm talking about nerd versus nerd, geek versus geek. People were all included, ain't nobody being left out. We was fist fighting for all days. But even though it was called Nerd Week, we, my friends and me, were offended because they called us nerds. Because technically, there was only 3 nerds in the school, and the rest of us were geeks. Cause come on now, do I look like a damn nerd to y'all? Baby, the difference between a nerd and a geek is that nerds, they're smart, but they don't have any social skills, meaning that they don't talk to other people and they don't expect other people to have conversations with them, only use them for homeworks and for them to study and whatnot. But us geek, even though we're smart as well, we do have a social life. We go and socialize with other people in other groups or teachers and whatnot, basically we out there in the world. But we don't study. We rather keep stuff chill. That's why us geeks, you mostly see them with, comic shirts or playing video games and watching Pokemon or whatnot, or doing, all this other cool stuff. Not just studying. So that's the difference between both of us, and there was more geeks than nerds, so should have been called Geek Week. So when Nerd Week started, my boy Max was the first person to go in, since this one person and Max had beef. So when they went up to fight, it was the most dope fight ever, because Max, he's the 2nd tallest person in our grade group, whatever, and he was about to fight this small kid. technically he is the smallest kid in our grade group. So it was like a big person versus this small miniature person. And it was funny because this kid was like going all around climbing on Max, and Max was just like grabbing him, slamming on the ground, and just going home on it. Like, my boy won that fight. Obviously he would've. We was like, dope. A week later, after Max's fight, the cool kids wanted me to fight one of my friends. We're gonna call this man Ivan Draco. Now, they wanted us to fight because the only reason this was gonna be a good match was because me and Ivan, we both had a thing for this one girl in 7th grade who we're gonna name Aphrodite. Now, after seeing all these fights happen, obviously I was down to throw down in this fight club. But I also didn't want to fight my closest friend, Ivan. But because they were like, oh, let them fight because they both love Aphrodite, blah, 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 it's gonna be like a dope fight. I was like, hey, why not? You know, let's duke it out for love and whatnot. So that's what we ended up fighting, you know. We were well prepared and we ended up going body shots like crazy. It was like about 3 minutes of us just going at it. And we went around the room. I'm talking about, we were in the back corner, we went to the front where the door was, we went back over here, and it was like, like, Ivan, he fought very well that day, but after the 3 minutes was up, we both backed out, and we were panting hard. Like, it took all of our energies to try to get the other person to get down, and we were just back on the wall, just like, huffing and puffing, and everybody's all like, yo, are you guys quit? Like, what's happening? Like, are you guys down to go again for round 2? I'm not gonna be I needed to show them that, yo, I'm the strongest there is. Like, I'm gonna win this girl's heart, even though it was just us just duke sitting out for no reason. Like, it was not gonna show her, you know, yo, I fought for your love, since this fight club was only for the boys. Nobody else knew, but I was down. I even told Ivan, yo, are you down for round 2? Without hesitating, this man said, yeah, I'm down. And we started going at it. And the best part of this fight was that on the first round, I tried to give it my all to bring this man down. I gave like about 70% of my energy into that fight to take this man down and keep him down and be like victorious. But he wouldn't, and I appreciate that, because on round 2, I knew I had to give it all into that fight. Because either he was gonna go down or I was gonna go down. But this fight, this second round was gonna be mind-blowing. And it was, because we were going at it. I'm talking about, I'm being slammed against lockers. He's being slammed against lockers. I'm getting pinned down. Ivan's getting flipped over into the ground. Like, yo, it was crazy. And I appreciate this man for fighting along, because at the very end of this whole fight, we both tied because we were tired. We were tired as hell, and we just gave up at the end. We gave our handshakes. We told each other that, yo, that was a good fight, blah, 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 and we were huffing and puffing at the end. And that was it. That was basically it. My whole fight ended up in a tie. You know, if I was fighting for a girl, what girl? We both tied, so ain't no girl to fight for. Like, we oh man, but it was a dope fight though. Then after our fight, my best friend went into his fight. I'm talking about nerd versus nerd. The 2 top nerds started duking it out, and it was crazy because I never expected this from him. Like, when have you really witnessed 2 nerds duking it out? And I'm not talking about slap, slap, slap. I'm talking about 3 punches and a kick to the stomach. Like, yo, this was legit. It was crazy the last final weeks. And that's not even the best part. Max fought again, but it wasn't with another cool kid that he fought with, even though he fought like at least a good 5. I'm talking about, he fought one of us, tallest person in the school, who was a geek. We finna name this kid Xavier for, you know, insider joke reasons. But yeah, it was crazy because you have on one side Max, who knows martial arts, even being like a big teddy bear figure. But not only that, you have in the other corner the tallest person, Xavier, who also knew martial arts. Like, do you not understand what this means? It's like watching Jackie Chan fighting with Bruce Lee. Throw a little Jet Li in half and give him to both of them. Like, yo, it was crazy. Like, if we were outside, Max and Xavier would have been doing flips and shit up in the air and whatnot. Like, whoo, baby. And everybody was all into it. Like, it was crazy because they're over here like wax on, wax off, you know, one punching and whatnot, Hadouken and shit, boy. One moment I thought they were about to Kamehameha at the same time. Like, yo, this is like the most awesomest time to be alive during those 3 months and a half. Yeah. But yeah, that's the whole story time of me being in a whole fight club and my experience in that dope fight club. Other than that, follow my social media to get these updates on these videos. Like and share this video if you enjoy this. Want to hear other of these fighting stories that I have sadly been in. And subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell button to be notified when these videos are boom boom uploaded. Come on now. Other than that, y'all stay beautiful now.
Like a blind man reading, I'm feeling it like, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the, y'all don't really